Unbeaten for 44 games is no mean feat, but today we have some stern tests. First of all, in the Champions League, a round of 16, first leg, and then it's followed by a trip up north to play in the Premier League as we get closer to the end of the Premier League season. And I think we're somewhere about 4 or 5 games away, or wins, should I say, from securing the title. Hello, and it's a warm welcome to episode 69 of Irons in the Fire as we try and make West Ham good and great again. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you 2 games. As mentioned in the preamble, we have the Champions League, a round of 16, first leg against Red Bull Salzburg, RB Salzburg in Austria. And then we travel north, it's across the North Sea, really, across to play Newcastle United in the Premier League. It's Premier League match day 29 as we go down into the last 10 games of the season. We face Newcastle at St James Park. A win today would be another step towards securing that title. I will show you the table in a moment and just bring you up to date on my reckoning. As I said in the preamble, I reckon we're about 4 to 5 games away from securing the Premier League title, second bit of silverware of the season. That would be very good. But we have other things to concentrate on as well, one of which we're featuring in today, of course, the Champions League round of 16. We'll feature that in just a moment. Don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment. Thank you to those who have been leaving comments. I think one of the commenters has suggested that we carry on with the series until we win the Champions League. Might be this season. Who knows? We'll see. Perhaps make a decision on it a bit later. If you think that that's a good idea, then add your comment and agree or disagree in the comments. I'll be much appreciated. Anyway, the other way of follow me is, of course, on X. And you can do that by following me at JustOffside. So that's how you do that. That keeps you up to date with everything that's going on the channel. New series, how-to series, and whatever videos we're putting out. Of course, with FM25, a new sort of a new dawn. Who knows what that's going to look like? That's coming up, though, and lots of exciting things to come. Right, we've done absolutely nothing since you were last with us. We haven't played any games. We've got back-to-back episodes at the minute, of course. Today being no exception, and then the next episode coming thick and fast, because we've got the return leg of the Red Bull Salzburg Champions League round of 16, and then either Manchester United or Bournemouth in the FA Cup quarter-final. That will be an away game, either at Old Trafford or down at the Vitality Stadium in Bournemouth, and then we might trip over a couple of games. We'll see, because as I say, it's getting to that point where one of these games could trigger us winning the title, so we want to make sure that we have that on camera when we get to it. So we'll just have to see how we go as we progress down through here. Probably won't feature the Tottenham game, but we will maybe pick up Everton and Luton, and then we'll see how that sits in, as I said, with the other stuff that's going on. How did I come to the fact that it's only about 4 or 5 games away? Well, we have 10 games left to play, 30 points available, which means that Chelsea, who are in second place at the moment, they could possibly get 88 points, which means, by my reckoning, we're 15 points away from getting 88 points, which is the most that they can get, given that we've got a superior goal difference. So, 3 5s, so 3 points for a win, 5 wins, or 3 5s, 5 3s, whichever way you look at it, of 15 points. So, like I said, depending on what Chelsea do or what Arsenal do, it's looking like 4 to 5 games, 4 to 5 wins, and we should have the title in the bag. That's what I'm reckoning. So 10 games to go. We may well secure the title about 5 games out. So going on that basis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere about the Leicester-Nottingham Forest games. So like I said, if we're going to miss Tottenham out and then we have Everton and Luton, it's possible that if we are on the precipice at that point, we may well be coming back for Leicester and Nottingham Forest, or potentially Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth. We will see. We will see. Obviously, thrown in there somewhere is going to be, hopefully, it's going to be Champions League and FA Cup semi-finals and so on and so forth. But we'll not cross or count our chickens before they're hatched in any manner, shape or form. Right, let's get into it. Let's get the first game out of the way. We need to go to Austria against RB Salzburg. Need to get a result to bring back to the London Stadium. Something that's going to give us that impetus. And, of course, matches being played today, matches being played tomorrow. 4 games in each day, round of 16. Lyon are playing Paris Saint-Germain. Milan are playing Real Madrid. Porto will play Manchester City. All the teams on the right, of course, at home in the second leg. Red Bull and Salzburg are playing ourselves. And then tomorrow it's Arsenal, Barcelona, Aston Villa, Dortmund, Manchester United, Inter, Monaco versus Bayern Munich. They are the games coming up in this Champions League round of 16. Can we progress to the quarterfinals? And we have a draw then for the quarterfinal and the semi-final because they come out at the same time. Salzburg are without Luka Sukic. And we have 3 players unregistered, Kahera, Friedel and Archie Gray, because we couldn't squeeze them into the squad because of the restrictions and all the rest of it. So that is the team news. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Salzburg in Austria. Well, we've not played Salzburg in this series so far, so today is a bit of unknown quantity as we face them. And this is the team that will face them in this Champions League last 16, or round of 16, first leg. Mazulia in goal. Parisi, Vitic, Todibo and Gomez, our defensive line. Question over Parisi, really, whether he's sort of fully fit or not. And it is a question mark, but I think we'll give him a start for sure because he played so well in that last game. And I think he deserves the start. Samadic, Shalaga and Ward-Prowse in midfield. They sit behind Gluck, who sits in turn behind Kudos and Watkins up front. On the bench today, we have Trubin, Zuma, Wagnerman, Emerson, Sufal, Hailmond, Kerr, Suchek, Upamecano, Abraham, Bowen and Sawyer. Bit of snow on the ground here in Austria for this one. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. Koita is leading the attack. We're playing our now familiar formation, albeit the midfield slightly further forward than we have been. More of attacking than the defensive as the teams come out onto the pitch. And Salzburg playing in white today. $18 minutes in and a throw in for Salzburg. And Gomez nearly won that ball, but didn't quite. Daniel into the area. It's crossed in, but it's cleared, but not cleared. But Samadic does win that ball, but he's giving it straight away. And a bit of whatever going on out here. Got him right into the corner. Gomez stuck a foot out, but didn't follow up with it. Daniel put it into the area. It was blocked. And no more highlights in that first half. Very cagey affair. And, they've had 2 shots, one of which is on target, 0.38 and 66% of the possession. It was pretty even, but towards the end of that game, they gained possession for sure. as we started to. I'm not quite sure what we were doing. But we've had 2 shots, nothing on target as yet. 0.12 and 34% of the possession. This feels like it's going to be a very close game. And we've matched up to them at half-time. 48 minutes on the clock. It's a throw-in from Gomez, a long one. But nobody there. It's back out, and Gomez has it. Gomez on the attack. He has a go from distance, but it's gone wide. We have a corner. Could do with the yellow ball here. Difficult to see when it goes over the white bits. Ward-Prowse. It's come back. Lost sight of the ball for a minute. Samadic on the edge area. Gomez. Parisi. Ward-Prowse this ball in. Oh, and Vitic. Mazulia with a goal kick to Vitic. Vitic to Xavier. Parisi. Samadic. Back to Parisi. Parisi comes forward. He's got Samadic there. Samadic loses the ball in the tackle. Cut out by Samadic. Not Samadic, Xavier, sorry. Samadic got the ball. Vitic now. Vitic has Todibo out there. Todibo to Gomez. Gomez through the lines. Gomez. Can Gomez get this into the area? Gomez is sizing up. No, he cuts it back. And Ward-Prowse is failed. VAR to check this one. As we know, not had one turned down this series yet. And today, I suspect, will be no different. We have a penalty on 64 minutes. Might be 65 by the time he takes it. Samadic to take the penalty, and it's gone in. And on 64 minutes, we take a 1-goal lead. 12th goal of the season for Samadic. And we've been a little bit brighter in this second half. Still not getting the possession. 67 on the clock down. Mazulia to Todibo to Xavier. Back to Todibo. Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse through to Gluck. Samadic. Kudos. Kudos. Cross it in for Watkins. Watkins with his 14th goal of the season. Question of whether he was offside. VAR comes to work again. It's a goal. 2-0 after 69. And I think they have to justify VAR sometimes. It was okay, apparently. We'll see the lines now. When the ball's played back, he was onside. And on 69, nearly 70 minutes, so we're making 3 changes at this first juncture. Parisi, who's tiring, he's come off, and Wagnerman comes on to replace him. James Ward-Prowse, who won us the penalty, which led to the first goal, he's been replaced by Tomas Souček. And Lazar Samadic, who's had a good game out on the left-hand side. He's replaced by Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham going up front. Ollie Watkins playing out in that left attacking winger position. 71 on the clock. Wagnerman with a free kick to Souček, who's just come on. Gluck. Watkins gets another one. 15th of the season, and now we're starting to open a little bit of a gap to take back to the London Stadium. 3-0, and Salzburg have capitulated after a first half that was very, very tight. Could have gone either way. We've definitely upped the ante since we've gone wide. Todibo to Vitic. Vitic back to Todibo. 72 on the clock now, nearly 73. Souček, are we going to add to our scoreline? Souček through to Kudos. Kudos into the area, and it's gone in. Mohamed Kudos, he's 13th of the season, and it is 4-0 on 73. Goodness me, from nothing to a lot, and RB Salzburg are going to be blown away, and they've got a trip to the London Stadium to come. And I think we can probably view, oh dearie me, that was unlucky. Should have gone down as an own goal, really. And with 77 minutes on the clock, we're making our final 2 changes. And we have taken off Mohamed Kudus, who's had a great game. We've taken him off and replaced him, making his debut. Kamari Sawyer comes in that role. And then our final change is in midfield. We've taken off Shalaga and brought on Morten Helmond. They have a free kick. Fernando swung in. It's come back off the woodwork. And Tijani puts it away. But VAR going to look at this one as well. I'm thinking he was possibly offside. But it is. He was offside. It won't count. Celebrations were a little bit premature. Ball headed forward. And there he is. He's just lurking in an offside position. 3 minutes of added time, and we're in that 3rd minute now. Ball through to Gluck. Tammy Abraham. We'll just change formation back to as we were at the start of the game. That ball to Sawyer. Sawyer making his debut. Wagnerman to Sawyer. Sawyer to Heilmund. Wagnerman. Sawyer. Helmond. Wagnerman. Just running down the clock. Vitic, 4 goal lead to take to London Stadium. Todibo, Souček, Todibo to Helmond. Vitic, Wagnerman now. Is he going to go on a last run? Sawyer cross it out wide to Gomez, who's in space. Cross it into the area. It's gone in. Ollie Watkins gets his hat-trick. 16th of the season, and it's a 5-goal lead to take back to the London Stadium. And, well, there you go. They've made a substitution now. Goodness knows why. Gomez into the area, and, well, questioning whether he was offside or not. No way. It's all over. And it's, well, unless something's very, very weird happens, I think we've got a very good chance of getting through to the quarterfinal as it stands. 10 shots, 5 on target, 2.28, 35% of the possession. I mean, to score 5 goals with only 35% of the possession, that is something else. They have 4 shots, just the 1 on target, which I think they had in the first half. 0.44 and 65% of the possession. It's no good having all that possession if you can't score goals. And here's the rest of the day's results. Lyon 1, Paris Saint-Germain 1. Paris Saint-Germain behind in that leg until Mbappe got the equaliser on 86. But I don't think Paris Saint-Germain will be too worried. They have the home leg to come. Real Madrid beating Milan in Milan. And they will go back to Madrid with that 1-goal lead. And Manchester City coming back to Manchester with a 3-goal lead. Kovacic getting 2 goals and Silva getting the other goal. And, of course, our 5-0 win against Red Bull Salzburg. We'll bring you up to date with the other Champions League matches just ahead of the game against Newcastle, which is 4 days. We'll come back just ahead of that, bring you up to date with the Champions League matches that are played on the Wednesday. And also preview the Newcastle game. And you come back and join me just ahead of the game. We've still got a little way to go, but the results are in from the other 4 games in the Champions League. Arsenal beating Barcelona by 2-1. Aston Villa still doing very well. 4-2 winners over Dortmund. Manchester United 3-0 winners over Inter Milan. So the 2 Milan sides not doing particularly well. The only side winning away from home on this side of the draw. Bayern Munich 2, Monaco 0. So as it stands, all the English sides have a lead in their respective home legs, but still with the away legs to go, of course. That is how the results have come out in the Champions League. Still second legs, as I say, to play. And it's all to play for in those second legs. And so here we are down to match day against Newcastle, and previously against Newcastle we've played them 7 times. To date we haven't lost. We've conceded against them just twice, so it's erring our way. Having said all of that, we don't want to come unstuck today, and a potential banana skin in the fact that we have beaten them the amount of times that we have beaten them. The last time that we beat them, of course, was at the London Stadium. Just a short while ago in the FA Cup, 4th round, a 4-0 win on that occasion. Vitic, Samadic, Souček and Watkins, the scorers. The last time we were at St James's Park, it was a 2-0 win. Ollie Watkins and Jarrard Bowen, the scorers. And previous to that, when we played them at St James's Park, it was a 3-2 win. Jarrard Bowen giving us the lead. Sasha getting the equaliser. Bowen getting us back in front again. Lucas Paqueta getting a second. Sasha getting one back. Then Jarrard Bowen making it 3-1, with Isaac scoring their second on the 42nd minute. Yeah, making it 3-2 at half time, and that's the way it stayed. A more comfortable result today would be rather splendid. That's the only 2 goals they've scored against us. All the other games have been goalless, as it turns out. Let's see if we can add to that today, because another Premier League win takes us one step nearer to the title. And here we are. It's match day 29 in the Premier League. Just 9 games left after this one. And we face Newcastle at St James's Park. And the team to face them looks like this. Mazulia is in goal. Emerson, Friedel, Upamecano and Wagnerman. Our defensive line, Schalager, Helmand and Ward-Prowse in midfield. Gluck is just in front of them, sat behind Bowen and Abraham up front. And the bench looks like this. Trubin, Vitic, Parisi, Gomez, Gray, Souček, Samadic, Kudos and Ollie Watkins. And here we are at St James's Park. They've lost 2, drawn 2 and won 1 of their last 5. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. And we've gone back to our usual formation, at least to start. We are top on 73 points, and Newcastle on 9th on 43. 30 points behind us. First highlight, Oscar out to Wagnerman. 12 minutes on the clock. Wagnerman through to Abraham. Abraham crosses in. Bowen trying to get on the end of it, and it's blocked in the end. Gluck getting the shot away, but it was blocked. Bowen with the corner. Swings it in. Near post, it's headed down, and I'm not quite sure it's gone for a corner on the other side. Newcastle trying to stay on terms, and it's hard work at the moment. Ward-Prowse from the other side. Swings this one in. It's got to come back off the woodwork. It won't go in at the moment. Bowen tidies up. And we'll see the first one. Wagnerman doing work on that far side. Puts it through to Abraham. Abraham into the area. Cuts it across. First of all, Bowen can't get on the end of it. And then it's blocked. Julia. With the ball out to Wagnerman. Wagnerman comes forward. Gives the ball away. Oh, no. And they have the possession at the minute. Gone all the way back to Pope in the goal. As we push them back a little bit more. Trying to find Livramento out on this wing here. But it's a poor pass and Emerson is on it. Schalager back to Emerson. Emerson inside to Gluck. Gluck swings it in looking for Bowen, but didn't quite get it there. It was defended well, but they are defending well. But Bowen snaps this up. Abraham's missed the target. And a chance goes begging. Sooner or later, we got to break them down. And Bowen snatching that away. And you'd have had Abraham put that one in the net. Don't bet your house on it. Regari with a free kick. Swung in. It's come back over the woodwork. And they've scored a goal on 33 minutes. and that's because we haven't put our chances away. And St James's Park erupts. Let's hope this doesn't go down. Pulisic it was. And half-time's come, and we are that goal behind. 4 shots, 2 on target, 1.30, 44% of the possession. They've had 4 shots, 3 on target, 56% of the possession. I'm thinking we might need to change to that formation that we changed to and got the better of RB Salzburg. Or are we suffering from a little bit of a European hangover? That's the question. We've changed to a 4-3-3, but they have the corner. Ruggieri, it's swung in, it's come back off the woodwork, and it's gone out for a corner on this side. Quite sure how that stayed out, and if we'd gone 2 behind, we would have had a really tall bit of work to do. We'll see that corner in a minute. There, come back off the woodwork, but defender was there, managed to get it away. Pulisic, this one is going to be one off of the training ground, and should have snuck that ball away. But Bruno is out there. He's going to try and get this in. And if he gets it in, he's all wibbling around there. Who's that out there with him? Gluck. Back to Livramento. Livramento crosses it deep. It's headed over the top, though, by Joelinton. 57 on the clock. Emerson with a throw-in to Schlager. Helmond. Back to Emerson. Emerson to Helmond. Helmond toward Prowse. Ward-Prowse to Gluck. Gluck out to Wagnerman in space. Wagnerman just needs to get this ball into the box. He's going to cross it in now, and Gluck wasn't on target. Should have snuck that away. Just didn't get it on. They have another corner. Ruggieri. And it's over the top again. Botman this time, I think. Wagnerman with a throw in. Throws it in. Abraham heads it back. It's a penalty, I think. Not quite sure what went on. We'll have a look. It's going to be a penalty because they've not been turned down. It's a handball for the penalty. Ward-Prowse to take it. Ward-Prowse puts it away. We are level on 64 minutes. A 5th goal of the season for James Ward-Prowse. And thank goodness for that. If nothing else, keeps our unbeaten record. A draw, but a win puts us even closer to the title. And with 66 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes for the moment. In fact, sorry, I'll tell a lie. Making 3 changes for the moment. Gluck has come off. We've replaced him. Well, we haven't replaced him with Kudos. It's a bit of a mismatch. We've changed formation because we've gone from 3 in that midfield to 3 attackers behind Watkins up front. So Gluck is on. Gluck is off. Schlager is off, and Tammy Abraham is off. The replacements are Watkins for Abraham. Samadic technically comes on for Schlager. But moves out wide, and Kudos has come on in place of Gluck. Livramento with a throw-in. Kidegard. And he's into the area. Oh, it's defended well, and it's gone out for a corner. We've not been good today. Suffering from a bit of this European hangover, which isn't good news, and it's gone out now for a throw. I'll see it again. Kierkegaard. And it's blocked. Well blocked by Friedel. And with 73 minutes on the clock, making our final 2 changes. Emerson, who is tiring, he's come off. We didn't think he could make the whole game. And we've brought on a Fabiano Parisi for him. And the other change that we have made at this junction time is James Ward-Prowse, also tiring. He's come off and replaced by Thomas Soucek. Ruggieri, and it's all Newcastle. I don't like it when it comes that way. Ruggieri, cross it into the box. Everson, he tries to get a shot away, and it's gone for another corner. Regari will get this corner in. They've caused us all sorts of problems here today. It's cleared though, and Samadic will get on it. Samadic, who's come on. Watkins has also come on. Fresh legs. Watkins crosses his ball deep. Tried to look for Bowen, but didn't find him. But causing us all sorts of problems, and well defended. Samadic swings this one in. We've had a ghost goal as well. Not one that's gone on the thing. It's disallowed. But that one under the crossbar. Pope gets it. Launches this one. Oh, Wagnerman on it though. Bowen loses the ball. And they have a bit of defending to do. Ito out on this wing. I don't think he's been in. Oof. No, Ito's come on for Ruguri. We'll need to check that out in a minute. But this was a chance. Crossed in. We have a free kick in the first minute of added time. Kudos! He's put it away, and an unlikely win may come to fruition. Oh, dearie me. Newcastle will be kicking themselves. They've had so many chances. Not many. Well, we've defended well, to be fair. But Pope not getting to it. Kudos putting it away. It's all over. And goodness me, boys and girls, we have snuck a win. Mohamed Kudos on 91 minutes, getting us the win. 12 shots, 8 on target. I don't think we necessarily deserved it. 2.87, 45% of the possession. But at the end of the season, if we win the title, it's games like this that will be the ones that have made it. 15 shots they had, 7 on target, 3.59 and 55% of the possession. Goodness me, we were lucky, to say the least. I don't think there's a player of the match. Mohamed Kudos. He come on 67 minutes, and he's managed to get a player of the match. How about that? Nobody covering themselves in major glory today, though. It was, I think, a little bit of lethargy from the game in midweek. The only thing that I haven't seen, of course, was what happened to this Ollie Watkins disallowed goal. We never saw this. Regari. Oh, this was the one where Samadic come out with it. Watkins gets the ball across. And I think the highlight ran out, didn't it? Regari out there. Friedel cutting it out. Parisi. Helmond. We didn't see this much. Souček. Bowen. Bowen to Watkins. Watkins puts it away. Offside, and obviously went to VAR. VAR rolling it out as it was. But alas, we didn't get to see it. You have now. So there we go. Right, we will be back in just a moment and see how with today's games. In fact, there's games on Sunday as well. So we may wait until the Sunday games are played to see how we are in the table. Are we still top? Well, before the Sunday games are played, this is how it looks. Southampton beating Brentford 1-0. Crystal Palace beating Arsenal 2-0. So Arsenal slip a little bit. Manchester United seem to be hitting a bit of form. Not really when we want them to. They 2-0 winners over Sunderland at Old Trafford. We beat Newcastle, of course, 2-1. Lucky it was as well. A 4th minute Phil Foden goal give Manchester City a win over Aston Villa, and Everton beating Nottingham Forest by 4-1. So with the Sunday games still to be played, we now have an 18-point lead over Chelsea, but they do have a game in hand, so it may be back to 15. Manchester City move up into 3rd on 57, so they are some 19 points away from us. As it stands, and played the same amount of games, so I don't think they're going to catch us. Manchester United are in 4th on 56. They have a game in hand, though, so they could have 59 points, which means that we would have a 17-point lead over them. and Arsenal are down into 5th on 55. We'll come back after the Sunday scores. And not an unexpected result, really. Chelsea beat Liverpool, who have had a ferocious season, haven't they, really? They are 2-0 victors over Liverpool, which means that that 15-point gap is still there. But we'll come back to that in a moment. Tottenham drawing 1-1 with Bournemouth and Leeds beating Norwich by 3-1. So at the end of the episode, we are top on 76. Chelsea are second on 61. Manchester City third on 57. Manchester United are fourth on 56, but could be on 59 if they win their game in hand, but move up into third over their City rivals. Arsenal are in 5th on 55. Tottenham have a game in hand as well. They have 54, but could have 57 and move up a little bit. Their goal difference isn't as good as Manchester City, so they won't go above Manchester City. Everton are in 7th on 47 points. That's the last of the European places. Aston Villa slip outside now on 45 points. And then in the drop zone, Norwich on 23, Southampton on 21. They moved off the bottom. And Luton drop onto the bottom on 19 points. But there's only a 4, 5, 6-point gap between Bournemouth, Sunderland, Nottingham Forest all the way down to Luton. And in fact, Leicester almost being sucked into there as well. So really, Brentford, Leicester, Bournemouth, Sunderland, Nottingham Forest, Norwich, Southampton, Luton are in a bit of a battle at the bottom of the table there. Bearing in mind that Southampton and Luton still have games in hand as well. So it's all to play for. Right, that's how it is. 9 games left to play now. 27 points available, which means that Chelsea can get 88 still. We are 12 points away from that. That's 4 wins. So I said at the start between 4 and 5, depending on how Chelsea did. Still sticking with 5. We need 4 more wins in the remaining 9 games in order to secure the title. That's the aim, and we will come back and try and work towards that in the next. We won't in the next episode. I'll tell a lie, because we have the return leg of the RB Salzburg game, which unless they overturn 5 goals, which I suppose could be done, but they've got to really come at us. And then we have an FA Cup quarter-final against either Manchester United or AFC Bournemouth. Join me for that. It's going to be an interesting episode as we move ever closer to another piece of silverware, being the Premier League, but of course still the Champions League and the FA Cup in tow as well. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. We'll keep you up to date with all future episodes of Irons in the Fire or another series of Bottom to the Top as they are released. New episodes of Irons in the Fire released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 70. It's out on Monday. Thank you for watching. Until then, have yourselves a great weekend. If you're not watching my other series, the question does arise, why not?